Our story begins 4 years ago, when the hospital first started showing signs of failure and covering up. It was then that Swansea Singleton Hospital began to fail to meet safety levels in the maternity unit. An issue that might seem trivial to some, but for those who understand the intricacies of healthcare, this was a red flag. The hospital, known for its commitment to quality healthcare, was suddenly plagued with a problem that posed a direct threat to the safety of mothers and infants alike. The staff numbers were dwindling, and the hospital administration seemed to be at a loss for solutions. The situation was dire, but it was only the beginning of a downward spiral. Fast forward to 2019, the year that marked the height of this crisis. The lack of equipment and qualified staff had reached a point where it was no longer just a concern but a catastrophe. The maternity unit was functioning with insufficient measures, leaving mothers traumatized. There were 2 tragedies that year that shook the community to its core. A baby, at the cusp of life, suffered brain damage due to failure of consultant. However, this child lived but not a normal, healthy life the parents had hoped for. Parents had no choice but to campaign for the truth and justice. An incident that could have been prevented had there been adequate staffing. But the horror didn't stop there. In a cruel twist of fate, a woman lost her life, leaving behind a world she was yet to introduce her child to. But the nightmare of 2019 did not end there. A baby girl, full term at 39 weeks, lost her life too. The cause? Consultants' failure to act on heart trace. The same issue that had been plaguing the hospital for years. No CT scan at hospital to diagnose the source of the bleed. To add insult to injury, a mother lost a kidney, removed because no intensive care and no general surgeons attended from Morriston Hospital despite being requested to do so. At the maternity unit, the mother had to wait 7 hours for an operation after transfer to Morriston Hospital. No answer for the delay. These incidents were not just tragedies, they were failures. Failures of a system that was supposed to protect and nurture life. There were no justifications, no answers for the families that were left to pick up the pieces of their shattered lives. In conclusion, the maternity unit at Swansea Singleton Hospital has been caught in a web of inadequacy and tragedy for the past 4 years. The failure to meet safe staffing levels has resulted in trauma, heartbreak, and loss. Mothers and infants have suffered, families have been torn apart, and trust in a once reliable institution has been shattered. So we return to our initial question: how safe is the maternity unit at Swansea Singleton Hospital? As it stands, the answer is not very. Parents still awaiting on the answers for their damage caused by the hospital, and full investigation is required. After being fobbed off with nonsense answers, change is possible and necessary. Maybe with the up-and-coming Welsh Government maternity review, can improvements be made? The story of Swansea Singleton Hospital is a stark reminder that in the world of healthcare, every detail matters, every life counts.